Hello, Steve Mills here. Today I want to talk to you about a scenario that I've come across many times in over 25 years now, working with small businesses. I've literally worked in thousands of small businesses in hundreds of different industries, and I've managed to help them to increase sales performance by many multiple millions of pounds in additional unforeseen income by helping people to improve their sales and marketing results. Now, this is the thing that I've been told so many times you wouldn't believe, and it's this: we don't do any marketing, we just rely on referrals. Or we don't do any marketing, we just rely on referrals and word of mouth. We go to BNI, we go to the Chamber of Commerce. Now, firstly, my hat comes off to you. If that's you, then well done, because you wouldn't have stayed in business unless you were good at what you do. So you must be good at what you do, because if you weren't, people wouldn't recommend you, and you probably wouldn't win much business from networking either. So you're not going to get many referrals, and you're not going to get much business from networking, because fundamentally your product or your service is not good enough. So that aside, my reason for doing the video is to tell you, do you know what? You've been missing out on so much business. What about the business that you could have got from your website, but you haven't because you haven't put any effort into it? What about the business you could have got on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter? What about the hundreds or even thousands of leads that happen per day, week, month or year that come across from Google? That if you were doing Google paid advertising and you were a cleaning company in Birmingham, you could have had your percentage of that, because you're not willing to do it or you don't know how to do it. That's cost you money as well. So if you're one of these businesses that has been relying on referral and been relying on networking, then you're in a great position in many ways, because you're running already, I assume, a reasonably successful business. And if you started to add additional income streams, like income from your website, income from LinkedIn, income from Facebook, and so on and so forth, then perhaps the sky's the limit. I don't really know, but in my experience, that is absolutely the case. Couple of other points. Are you maximizing the amount of referral business that you're currently getting? Are you doing a good job and hoping that people will recommend you? Do you have a referral marketing system, a word of mouth marketing system? What about networking? I see so many times, and I've done this myself, I do networking myself, and what happens is I go to the networking event, I have a conversation with someone, we exchange business cards, and if it wasn't for me, that would be the last time I'd ever hear from that person. Not because they didn't get on with me or because there was a problem, it's just people don't follow up. They don't follow up. So, another great piece of advice, if you think the rest of it's good advice, is pick up the phone and talk to people. That's where you're going to win a load of business. So that's about it. That's all I got to say. I know it's true. I've been doing this for 25 years. I know there's a lot of businesses out there, particularly now in this COVID time we're going through, who are not spending money on marketing. And do you know what? If you're one of those businesses that's going through this COVID situation right now, you're struggling away, you're really not doing well, what do you need? What's going to be the difference between your business collapsing and dying and you going bust and survival? The answer is sales. Get more sales. Sell more stuff. If you do that, you'll survive. And if you don't, you probably won't. Thanks very much for listening. If you want to know more from me, if you want to attend one of my free webinars, if you want to book a one-to-one, then just go to my website. It's stevemills.co, that's .co, and just, follow the links to the various things. A one-to-one meeting or a webinar, it'd be great to speak to you. Thanks very much for listening.